What's up? Welcome back to Cryptographics. Today, I'd like to share with you a technique to get Hex or any other token at a great price for whenever the price wicks down to a lower price than it currently is, or where you might want to pick it up as like a dream price if it ever hits that point. So let's get right into it. We're going to start at matcha.xyz. And the reason we're doing this video today, guys, as well, before we actually get into this, is let's go to uniswap.info.org or info.uniswap.org. Now, I'm in the Hex tab here under Hex/USDC. Now, what this is, this shows this chart here that we're looking at shows the thickness of liquidity in the pool. To the left is a higher hex price, to the right is a lower hex price. And what these bars are is the amount of liquidity that sits in the pool at different price points. So now stick with me here. At the current price point that we're at, we're pretty thick liquidity. We've got 176,000 USDC, and as it moves up, it just keeps going. We've got millions of hex up here, fairly thick. But what happens is, as we go lower, the liquidity starts to go away. And this is about 3.13 cent hex if we hit this point here. Now, why this is important to note is if hex trends a little further downward, the lack of liquidity means it's easier for price to move in general, up or down. Now, because there's less liquidity in the hex USDC pair at the moment on the downside, it's more likely that if there's a more volatile movement in the next little while, it would probably be downward. I'm not saying as well that Hex is going to move down. What I'm saying, though, is if it does, I'm going to show you something that you can use today to set yourself up for success, so that if you think it's going to go to 2.5 cents, if you think it's going to 2 cents, if you do think it's going to go to 1 cent even, then you can use this technique to prevent slippage, which is basically a little bit of a loss that you usually get from buying something in Uniswap just due to all the math that happens. And you pay a one-time gas fee, and then you can use matcha.xyz without gas from then on out. So let's get right into that side. So again, matcha.xyz. At the top here, you're going to type in Hex or whatever token you'd like to use. Again, obviously for this, Hex is the one that we're going to be using. So once you're here, you're going to have this little tab at the top that says either market or limit order. Now, market order is your standard order. If you go to Uniswap or you are doing Sushi Swap or anything like that, that's like a market buy, right? So what we're doing is not that. We're doing a limit order, which essentially allows us to take USDC or ETH or whichever asset we want to use and sell this for Hex or whatever token, but in this case, we're using Hex at a specified price. So currently, yeah, Hex is about 319. So we currently get about 47,000 hex if we bought with 1,500 USD right now. If we type in, let's say, I think it's going to go to, I don't know, let's say 2.8. That's the lowest I think it's going to go. So now I would get an extra 5,000 hex if it wicked down. So these little wicks here, see how it's going kind of steady, and then you get a quick drop that lasted 35, 40 minutes, right? These are the type of little wicks that could allow you to pick up Hex cheaper than if you were waiting to time the market, because these are very, very hard to time. And plus two, no one wants to be staring at their screen all day. So the point of this is to allow you to come away from your screen knowing that you have a price set with an amount, and you have, if the price goes that low over the next X number of days, up to 7 days, which is the max you can do on this DApp, then it's very likely that you're going to get Hex at whatever price you had put in if it drops that low. Now, there are a couple other, there's another place that you could go to as well, which is 1inch.io. I'm not as familiar with 1inch.io. However, the one thing that I did notice is when you go to the DApp here, this kind of looks familiar to me. This looks similar to the PulseX interface we have, because check this out. You've got a very similar little window here where you can set to market price. You can swap between the two to set the two rates. Now, I think that's pretty cool. It seems like Richard Hart actually got a bit of inspiration, or his dev team kind of took from what 1inch was doing. And now 1inch is the exact same thing that Matcha does. If we wanted to do the Hex USDC trade again, we go USDC and then Hex, click here, and let's say again, it's $1,500. and we're going to trade this for, so now you want to make sure you're going to buy hex at the rate, because this is where you're going to actually choose, if you're using a stable coin, the price much easier. So we're going to go down to, again, 2.8 and 1,500, not 15,000. Okay, and again, we get about 53,571 hex if that happens. So again, all we would do is we connect wallet, pay a gas fee, let it sit. If it wicks down and there aren't a ton of bigger orders, then we're very likely to get that order filled. Now you can revoke these orders and cancel it, get your money back, and then just go and market buy if your market order is not getting, or your limit order is not getting filled, and you don't have to necessarily rely on this. Like if it doesn't get filled and you saw it wick down, but it's still a little bit above, but you would like to buy, you can cancel the order and then use that USDC or whatever token you have to go in and then buy hex at that price as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a very, very useful tool, and I hope you get to make the most of it. And I hope that it either works in your favor very soon or in the future, and you're able to catch some nice dips for your dollar cost averaging strategy. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and comment. Let me know what you thought of the video, if you've used any limit orders before. And please, guys, subscribe for much more content like this. If you'd like to support the channel, as always, there's the donation link. There are YouTube memberships. You can buy some cryptographics merch, as well as you can speak to me one-on-one if you'd like to learn more about the entire ecosystem here. And guys, finally, there's scammers in the comments. If it doesn't say my highlighted cryptographics name bar, it's not me, and I'm not trying to get you to WhatsApp or anywhere else other than cryptographics.com to submit a form and contact me with your questions there, or just answer the comments directly in the YouTube channel. So thank you again for watching. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you very soon. Peace.